Got any jokes for us, Lam?
No jokes.
Sometimes.
Dried out today.
All dried out.
Dried out today.
Why are you so dry, Lam?
Didn't moisturize. Ran out of Nivea.
Ba-dum-bum. Thank you.
Got there. We got there.
Yeah. We got there in the end. Hello and welcome again. Obviously again, because you've been a previous listener. Again, to Respect the Mic podcast.
This is the podcast where we talk about Asian things that matter to Asian people. I'm your host, Michael Lam.
And I'm your boy, Michael Tron. Pew pew.
Bang bang.
I was actually waiting for that as well.
I did the smaller one this week. Variation.
It's like the high tech bang bang. You like that pew pew. You like the lasers.
No, but my one was like an ASMR pew pew. Yeah, Lam, you good?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
You good? You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
You guys on the YouTube, you may have seen we've got a guest with us today. Very handsome man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate
A
that.
man who is capable of growing a beard. He has stubble.
Oh, I really do.
Shocking. Yeah.
But today
Actually grow a beard.
we actually have a Vietnamese guest. I'm not gonna say their name yet. I'm gonna hype this up. real big. But we've been talking a lot about East Asians, but we really are, and I can't really say experts, but let's use that word anyway. But me and Lam, we're kind of the experts on the Chinese side of things.
Mainly because we are Chinese.
Yeah. Well,
It makes things a lot easier.
But it's the whole Yut Lam Wah Kill thing, right? So our parents are, well aware of the Vietnamese culture and lifestyle and whatnot. But we're not the experts. So I digress. We had to get somebody today to verify the statements that we've been making.
Yeah.
And also maybe to get more insights into the East Asian country of Vietnam.
That's it. We just wanted to diversify a bit.
That's it. And today's guest, a very special guest. He's big on the gram. He's a dancer as well. He's a talented singer, and you may have heard him. But he also has a normal job as well. But that's just to pay the bills. He's out here chasing dreams.
He's out here in a hustle.
Our special guest today from Vietnam, not from Vietnam, but he's Vietnamese. Is Vinh Ton.
Yeah,
Vinh Ton.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Bang bang.
Appreciate it, man.
Which you can also find him on Instagram at Vinagram. Vinagram, Vinha gram. All right?
That's it.
One word. So yes, Vin, how are you today?
I'm good, man. It's near the end of the week now. I need to just chill, have my me time, but I'm good. How are you guys?
No. This is panic time for me.
This is panic time.
We're filming the episode right now.
Yeah.
It's Thursday this week, and I have to have this edited and everything and sorted out by Monday night. Tuesday morning. What do you say? Monday midnight. Monday midnight
is when we release.
When it goes over to Tuesday. This is a really confusing time to release this.
He does all the editing. He does all of that. He does the pictures, and then I do the titles and descriptions. And he's just like, "Yo, Michael, you haven't done a description. Can you get on it, please?" And I'm like, "All right, cool."
Just to type a couple of words.
Yeah.
I got to edit. I got to make sure there's promo as well, promo pictures, fucking everything. And obviously I have all the other day jobs that I have. So man, stress time for man. But don't worry, we out here living.
Yeah.
If I'm not out here stressing, that means man's not living. So there's a tip for you. There's your motivation, Michael, for today. You like that motivation?
I actually like that. Yeah.
I thought of that now.
I like that.
There's gonna be a new Instagram that I'm gonna be popping. TM trademark that, all of that bullshit. So yes, Vin. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself first for the guests? For the audience who are listening. Give us a little spiel. What would you like if you had a minute to describe yourself? To plug yourself on the mic, which you're on the mic.
Yes, of course.
It's your time to respect the mic.
Yes.
Oh,
I will always respect
fit it
that, man. Yeah, nice. That was good.
You're a fire. You're a fire.
I had to fit it in. So here you go. 1 minute now.
All right, cool. So I was obviously born and raised in the UK. I was born and raised in London. I'm Vietnamese, as Michael's already said. I do have Chinese blood, but very small amount. I'm mainly Vietnamese.
Only partially.
Only partially. I currently work in business, in sales. I'm a musician. I'm a dancer. I used to do acting in theatre. I did a lot of producing music. I'm always doing charity work. I'm always doing something. Like I don't like sitting still. That's the problem about me. Like I'm never home early either. After work, if I finish early, I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm doing football.
Boy.
I'm doing
You just
something.
can't be a couch
you know?
potato.
Nah,
You
exactly,
just got to
man.
be out there doing something.
Like my life doesn't sleep, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling
man.
you now.
That is a beautiful, beautiful way to be about life.
Life is too short.
Life is
That's
too
it.
short.
Life
That's
is
what we
too
do
short, man.
here.
You're
We're
only
all
on
about the
the
do.
earth for a finite amount of time. You got to get everything that you want to do.
Absolutely, man.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, man. You're a man of all trades, it seems. And you're a singer, yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get you to do a couple bars later, yeah.
man, that's good.
Get,
with me.
you know,
That's
a
cool.
cappella.
Acapella, man. That's how I do it, man. That's how I do it.
You know, we go crazy on this show. We don't care.
Don't need the backup vocals.
No,
need
no,
for
they're right
instruments.
here, right? They're right here.
I got you. Backup
Yeah,
vocals.
Oh, yeah,
I got
man.
you.
Yeah, man.
Easy.
got me.
Yeah, man. We sang in Chinese school.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
of
man.
the ums and ahs. I've got that. Bang
standard,
on.
man.
Spot on.
And you did some acting. Well,
Yeah.
what kind of theatre acting did you do, bro?
Well, it's like my parents put me forward into theatre school when I was younger.
Oh.
But it was quite strange because that's not something you really expect in art. Like that's very like
Yeah.
other cultures do it, but
Yeah.
you don't really hear it often. And it kind of became an accident, but a good accident. So like something came up, and it was actually to do with Vietnam itself. It was Miss Saigon. It's a
Okay, yeah.
That's
well
a
known
really
theatre,
popular
Broadway
theatre show.
So I was the first cast ever from in the UK. The first cast to be part of it.
So you were in Miss Saigon.
I was in Miss
That's
Saigon when I was a
no
kid. Man.
way.
I was only 3, man. I'm telling you now.
You were
It's
three.
so
What did you
crazy.
do?
okay. This is the point when I never sang yet, right? So I didn't know I could sing until later on in life. But I was the main kid named Tam in Miss Saigon.
Okay.
Proper Vietnamese name.
Proper, yeah, man. It's actually pronounced Tam.
But they're not
That's
gonna
what I
call
let you know.
They're not gonna call the baby John on.
No, it's true. It's true.
Is that Tam with a THAM?
Nah, TAM.
It's just
TAM.
TAM.
Yeah, TAM. Yeah.
Be out here using the English alphabet and
Yeah,
confusing man.
The casting director was there. All right, Tam.
Yeah. They didn't even call me my actual real
Yeah.
name, man. So
Okay.
yeah.
How was that experience, man?
It was probably the.
You still remember stuff?
I remember more maybe after the first year. It was I didn't remember any of the auditioning side of it. I didn't even know there was an audition until my mum told me about it. Maybe like 10 years later. So I found out that I had to audition against other kids, toddlers around my age. They looked for like a mixed child, like because I looked quite pale, so I looked a bit mixed. And I've always been told that I look a bit
100%.
mixed.
Bro.
Yeah.
100%. You look bare mixed.
I don't have the same color eye as my family as well. I'm not adopted, but
Just putting it out there.
just putting it out there.
Get that 23.
Yeah.
DNA test.
I'll be on Ancestry soon on that. But no, so I think that kind of helped because of the story behind Miss Saigon was, the Americans, the whole war behind, the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, the Americans came over, and
And then a
there's a
soldier
lot of-
falls in love with
exactly.
a
Yeah, you
Vietnamese
know the
girl.
story.
Yeah.
So that is the story, and the child is me. So
Hey.
that's how
Okay.
it works. Yeah.
So did you have lines and everything at 3?
Nah, 3 don't get lines.
You just
Right.
You just gotta look cute on stage, man.
bruv.
But it's so interesting that your mum wanted to push you into that field so early. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it was an accident, to be honest. It was an accident that became good, and
Okay.
the good part didn't come till later. It was an accident because I think there was an ad or something, and one of our friends brought it up and was
Right.
like, do you want to put your child forward? And I was like, well, not me, but my family were like,
yeah.
let's just do it. Why not?
Oh, so the opportunity just come up. Your mum thought,
Yeah.
why not?
May I get a paycheck out
And
of
then you
it too?
actually got the
I have
part.
no idea where that money went, but
You know they spent that. You know.
oh
they
yeah,
spent
100%,
of
mate.
course.
I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, but what the good that came out of it was when I found out I could sing. I come from a musical family. My parents, they both can sing. They both can play instruments, same as my sister.
Oh,
And
okay. The
we're-
whole family.
Whole family's musicians. We all brought
and
up
all singers as well.
all singers. Everyone's singers.
Oh, karaoke. They're killing it.
man,
The Von Trapp family.
yeah. So it was what came out of it was that I could sing. I found out I could sing, and then after Miss Saigon, it shut down. And then it didn't get shut down. It went on tour. So when they went on tour, I had to do something else. Obviously, I was studying anyway. I was going to school, primary school, and then slowly going.
Still doing the normal.
Well, they can't just take you out like that.
Well, you know what? My parents were like, oh, yeah, studies first. Always studies first.
Course.
But then, like, an opportunity came for an audition for The King and I. It's a story about all the king with all the wives and the children. It's all about the whole Burma and Siam story with the English British lady who came over.
That's still going on, right?
It came back recently, maybe last year. It came back for a little while. It's moving around across the globe right now on tour.
Jeez.
So you were in that as well?
I was in The King and I, the first cast in the UK as well. But that audition I remember every part of the audition because there was about 1,000 kids that auditioned in.
Jesus.
So I think you were a bit older.
I was older. I was like 6, 7. Yeah. So that's when I realized I could sing. Well, I sang at home, and my parents were, "Oh, actually, you can sing. Why don't you audition?" I auditioned with my friends actually.
So
we all went auditions.
And you all did, but it's individual auditions.
You don't go in as a group or anything like that. You go in as a group. But
did you ever feel nervous though, like 6, 7 years old, going into like a big place like this, auditioning for Broadway?
If I was to do it now, I'd be afraid.
Yeah,
I'd be nervous because I wouldn't be. Like, when you're a kid, I feel like
fearless.
I was just.
Yeah, man.
Man.
When you're a child, you don't have fear.
I came in flying, man. I'm telling you.
You don't understand. You don't understand the weight of it.
Nah.
You're just like, fuck it, just go in and sing.
I'm just gonna go in and sing.
Yeah.
Bro, just do it, bro. I mean, are you still acting now?
Nah, man, not anymore. I haven't acted since I was 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
That's when I stopped completely. And studies always came first, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but you're not studying now, are you?
No.
So back in the acting game, G.
Back to I don't know, man. I thought about it for a bit, and I would love to get into maybe like musicals again. Not like acting as in like, you know, like films or TV shows. It's more like acting on stage.
Oh, bro, there's
like
so
stage.
many.
So it was
so many.
So it was always. So did you realize it was a passion for you when you were a kid, when you did The King and I and thingy?
You know when you get given something but you didn't realize how much you actually enjoyed it. That was it, and I enjoyed every single moment of it. I'll never forget it. And we had like a 10-year reunion of things, and like everyone's moved on. Maybe only like 1 out of 10 people, like 10 of us, have actually carried on.
Right.
Some were in movies, some were carried on theatre, some have just normal jobs. So, you know, everyone moves on.
Life moves on.
Life does move on.
But then why did it fizzle out for you? Like, why did you...
I think my parents had they obviously wanted me to study. But then I feel like when I was at that age, I didn't really tell them I wanted to do it either. I think I just kept quiet. Maybe that was something that I could have just said, oh yeah, I actually want to do it. But but I never got, maybe I just didn't know back then when I was still a kid, like, should I say something?
It's difficult to really know what you want.
Yeah,
when you're that young. Even if you feel that way.
You just think, oh, this is a laugh.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, but you don't really know.
Do I want to do it?
Set it up for the future, kind of thing. So did you ever see any funds from any of the acting at all?
What do you mean? Like,
did you? Because you got, those are big jobs, man. Those paychecks, man. You didn't get none of it.
No, that dining table in his living room.
Yeah. Something in my house represents that paycheck. I'm telling you.
Asian parents have. Asian parents.
Probably my bed that I'm sleeping on.
See that karaoke machine?
Yeah.
My mum will attest that she's put that money into savings somewhere.
Somewhere. No, I'm sure the money, because like they saved when I was younger, so I'm sure that was it.
Yeah.
But I never really asked, was that it? Of course.
You just never think
smart
to
money
that.
as well.
Yeah, it's 100%, man.
Yeah.
Only now. So, what about singing then? Are you doing this professionally at all? Are you getting paid jobs? Are you doing singing jobs?
No, do you know what? Yeah, I do singing because I love singing, and that's something that's always a part of me. So, I'd say I do it more as a hobby, but I do it because I enjoy it, and I want people to obviously enjoy what I do. But at the same time, it's the time that you have as well, and which is why I always keep myself busy. And the problem about me keeping myself busy is that I never direct all my attention onto one thing, and then all my focus is mainly, it's kind of spread out.
Jack of all trades, doing this, doing that.
Exactly.
Spread yourself too thin.
Yeah, exactly.
Preach, brother.
Yeah,
man. If we focus down on one thing, man.
Oh, absolutely.
We could really blow.
And then hone that skill and put all your focus into that.
Yeah, but you know what? it's not that simple. I think like the only reason why I have my toes in so many pies is so it can all kind of lead to the same thing. Like doing this podcast, doing corner shop, doing those things are all kind of collaborative. They're creative things where essentially can lead to acting. It's very hopeful though. It's very, very hopeful. So at the end of the day, it's not the only motive for me, man. This is brilliant what we're doing right now. We're finding out that there's this talent right here, right now, and he's just too modest to sell himself out.
Well,
there.
that's why we wanted to do this, right? To bring people together, to bring people together, and then to big people up.
Plus, we very talented singer. We haven't had a singer on the show yet. We've had very special people, but very I can't find a word. Help me here, Lan. Help me here.
They were just very, very nice guests.
Very nice guests
with great insights.
Yeah, no, but
great conversation.
Mr. Lee, proper
Mr. Lee was an artist.
Very, very, very talented artist. But this is gonna be special, man. Maybe we can get like a break here, and you can sing us a little tune. Are you feeling it? Are your vocal cords?
I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
No pressure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
So are you planning to focus more on any of these creative arts at all? Because you've got your daily job, which is bringing you peas, right?
Yeah,
that's helping you live.
Yeah.
Do you want to push for more of these creators? You're a talent, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to share that more with the world?
100%. I've always kind of wanted to do something that I really enjoy, like not just because I like singing or I like dancing. I like this. I want something that I can be like, that is mine, and I created that. So I built this something. A lot of my colleagues, my friends, my family, they always hear me saying VT this, VT that.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone knows that's my initials. There's a reason why I do it, because I created a brand a while back. In my head though, I've physically written it down. I've planned everything. I've got it all down. It's just implementing it now. So VT stands for Visual Tunnel. Also Vinh Ton, that's my name. And Visual Tunnel means it's where at the end of the tunnel you will see the light, and it's where everything that you visualize comes to light. And for me, I've built this, to kind of be like, because I do a lot of traveling, I do a lot of music, and I do dance. I love my fashion, and because I work in the beauty industry, I love that side of it. Do you know what I mean? So kind of putting all this together.
Yeah,
to
man.
Build
This is sounding like
one
a
brand.
big lifestyle
One
brand.
brand.
Yeah, this is gonna be
a lifestyle brand. I like that. Yeah.
Let's get involved, Lam.
100%,
Hey,
man.
give us some peas, man.
Yeah.
We can model.
Hey, man,
we can model.
They're trying to get commission now, aren't they? You know what I mean?
Bro, what it's about is we really want people to see to see the talent that is available here in the UK, man, and you are here, some of that talent. So hopefully Visual Tunnel will be coming along sometime soon.
I'm hoping 2020. I'm hoping beginning.
No
of
pressure, man, but give yourself a time and set it up, and maybe next time when we get you on as a guest, Visual Tunnel will be a thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And you can have t-shirts for us.
Man.
No,
T-shirts for us.
100%.
Sick, man.
100%.
Yes.
You'll be the first ones,
And
man.
we got bare gifts and everything. We're gonna build it up, Lam.
Just gonna have merchandise
everywhere, man.
everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna have to buy another table with this Patreon that we set up
Do you know like them
just
studios?
to hold the things.
Do you know like them studios that have just like football shirts
Yeah.
everywhere?
Just merch.
It's gonna be like that. Yeah, exactly.
From all brands, everywhere.
Or if we don't do that, if we don't get those things, I'll buy a green screen and I'll just
Photoshop it.
video edit it in.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I'll do it in post.
I like that.
I'll do it in fucking post. Fuck it. So hopefully we could see a bit more from that lifestyle brand, Vinh Ton. Make sure you trademark that, fam.
No, absolutely.
There's these Asians listening, man, that will rip that off. We know all too well about ripping people off, man. We're really good at that. We're really good at it.
Thanks, man.
Honestly, so, we'll make good copy. We'll do
Of course.
We'll do Michael Tunnel. MT.
New lifestyle brand.
So have you ever had any kind of role models or anybody as a mentor because you're such a, I mean, you seem very inspirational.
Thank
you.
You're motivated, And there are a lot of East Asians out there who are motivated, but would be more what you would say in, the normal kind of jobs. But the creative people are not motivated to go and do that.
And I think it's because when you look at because we're always thinking, what inspiration do we have? What role models do we have to look up to really say, oh, this is actually possible. We can go out and do this. But in our community, there isn't really much of that. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Growing up, and you think, if you wanted to be a singer, you'd be like, I don't see any Asian singers in the UK. Like, how am I going to be successful? Do you know what I mean? I don't see dancers, I don't see actors, I don't see artists that are Chinese or Asian. Do you know what I mean? So we feel like there's always a lack of that sort of role model icons.
Yeah.
Did you think you had any growing up, or was it literally, do you know what, I just want to do this for myself?
I think everyone has someone they look up to, even if it's like their mum, their dad, someone that's close to them.
No, man, that's too easy, man.
It's too easy.
That's too easy, bro. That's too soft here,
Don't worry. That's not mine.
Break down those rules, man. Too polite.
No.
Who really influenced, man? Who grabbed you by the neck and be like, you could do this. You could do this. Here's how I did it. Or as a perfect example, like if you were a singer, Stevie Huang. Do you ever know? You heard of Stevie Huang?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Stevie Huang, bro. When we were a bit younger, I guess if you wanted to be a singer, he would be a good role model. He was doing it. He's still doing it now.
Well, I follow a lot of people on Instagram, on YouTube, and things like that growing up.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a fun fact. I was the first few people to ever use YouTube ever.
Ooh.
Ever.
How do you know this?
So when you post a video, it tells you who the top 10 were.
Yeah.
And I was one top 10s for ages. Mate, that was the moment when like no one was watching, or there were some people watching.
Was this when we still had like the dial-up connection?
This is when MySpace was around.
Oh, fuck
and YouTube was around like 2005.
Yeah, something like that. And that was when there was maybe like a couple of hundred, maybe a couple of thousand people on there. And I was always top 10, and that was
Jesus.
And the only reason why I did it was because I watched people like Niga Higa, another Asian a guy who does YouTube skits and things like that. And but what it's funny though, it wasn't an Asian guy who actually got me to where I want to be. It was more like because I've been doing dancing, I've been doing singing, I've been doing. I'm not saying I'm the best at each of these. I'm just saying that. I know I can do it and I know I'm good at it, but it's that focus that I need for a specific thing to really be the best at it. But because I've done all these things, and there are people like that who have done all this and perfected every single one of them, and that one person is like Justin Timberlake. And I only say this, I know he's not like Asian, but he's a very talented man.
Damn white people.
Yeah, but he's a talented man.
Taking those mental spots away.
But I get what you mean. Like, he's not just good at one thing.
He's
like,
amazing.
He's across the board. Yeah, just talented.
But you can do it. It just goes to show you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely something I want to do. Like,
we've come to the conclusion.
Big shoes.
That there were no East Asian mentors in his life.
Sorry, guys. No, but I looked up to a lot of, like people that, like did the martial arts, or people who like...
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah. Like,
but it was just a lack of it when we were growing up.
It was a lack of it growing up.
Crazy lack of it.
But when it came to like music side of it, I'd say there was rappers like MC Jin. And that was someone that I will never forget.
Definitely.
And, he's about to join, that show that Nick Cannon does now? Wild 'N Out. He's joining it.
Oh, he's joining it.
He's already filmed it.
He's replacing Timothy Delaghetto.
And another person who I really like is Timothy Delaghetto.
He's amazing. And he's been in the YouTube game for time. Like, he started to be like a role model to me in the YouTube game.
Yeah.
But again, I always lacked confidence to even step up.
I think what I liked about Timothy Delaghetto so much is because he just flipped it. Like, when the things with like Nigga Higa and all of those, they made it so much about their identity and their color. Whereas Timothy Delaghetto, he was like, nah, man. Like, I know I'm Thai, I'm comfortable with it, but I'm just gonna do this through my personality, not through I'm Chinese and I'm doing this, or I'm like Oriental doing this.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if like he carved his own personality where you didn't look at him and think, oh, he's an Asian guy. You just looked at him and was like, oh, he's a cool guy. He just happens to be Asian.
Yeah.
And I think that's what resonated the most with me about Timothy Delaghetto. Do you know what I mean?
Man. Trust, man. I'm a fanboy.
Yeah,
Proper
yeah.
fanboy.
He was cool, man.
Yeah, man. When he came down, I was hugging him and all sorts.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh my god, that's him.
Oh, did you beat him as well?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he was in Scala.
Yeah. But he's so fucking short.
He's very small,
He's
man.
bare short.
He's shorter than his
Yeah,
missus
he
as
was
well.
short
He's
guy.
short.
Camera,
he's
the
a
camera
short
does tricks. The camera does
Yeah, he
tricks.
does.
But hey, man, shouts to Timothy Delaghetto. If you don't know him,
Traffic.
or
Traffic.
his OG name, his rapper
man.
name is Traffic. But Timothy Delaghetto, he's on YouTube. If you don't know about him, where you been? You're living under a rock.
Yeah.
Jin as well, man.
Jin,
Jin absolutely changed the game. I was like, I didn't
He's
pioneer.
OG. He's
I didn't even
OG.
know an Asian
Yeah.
could rap, and then he was there doing the battles, and he was like
Yeah, he didn't
rinsing
lose.
people.
He didn't lose, man.
I was like, this guy's sick, man. This guy's actually sick. Changed the game.
Changed the game, man.
So you're we wanna go in and actually talk more about your ethnicity.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, man. So you're Vietnamese and a little bit Chinese. And you resonate in your household more with being Vietnamese.
Yeah.
So instead of like a lot of rice, sometimes you have pho.
Of course, always have her.
And then I don't know, man. When I think of Vietnamese dishes, I think of like a lot of like summer rolls, like homemade summer rolls and stuff. So that was your thing there.
That was my life growing up, man. Rice every day as well, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. The more Vietnamese side, you know.
Fish sauce always 100. On the side. Maggie.
Always
on the side.
Maggie.
You know about
Maggie on everything.
on everything. So just the rice and that. That's
the
it.
all important question that the Vietnamese people want to know is: are you North or are you South?
I'm actually South, guys.
You're South.
So
You're
he
South.
says, "Tor ma mày."
Yeah.
He says, "Meet met mày." So can you? I've always wondered, right? Why does the language sound so different? Like why is it literally deep met mày and then it's like the South, right? It sounds like it's singing.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
a
very
whole
smooth.
different language.
Maybe that's why you're a
Pretty
sick
much.
singer.
No, I
'Cause
don't
you're
know
a
about that. There are
Southie.
good singers up north as well, but it's just I think the difference also even I find it hard to communicate with those that are from north. I guess because I'm born here. You don't hear it often enough because you hang out with people who don't really speak Vietnamese or like growing up because I'm fluent in Vietnamese. So
Do you speak it at home?
I speak it at home every day
To your parents?
To mainly my mum. My
That's so
dad is
good,
fluent in English. My dad's fluent in French. He's
cool.
quite good with language.
Do you speak French as well?
Nah. Growing up when I was a kid, I
You
used to
like-
speak with my dad.
Like Min, bruv. Min's
good.
Min speaks
Min's
bare
good.
languages, bruv.
He's good.
Whenever we're out, he
Yeah.
speaks to any random person.
He spoke
in
to my
whatever
mate
language.
French too. Yeah, he
I
was
like,
good.
what the fuck?
But
Yeah.
he knows French, but his parents don't speak French.
No, he studied it.
That's
He
crazy.
studied it for years, but he's good. He's good.
Mate,
But
this is a
you
talent.
speak a bit of French because your dad spoke French.
Yeah, when I was a kid though, when I
Yeah.
was younger, I
French
can understand.
colonialism, you
I
know?
can understand. Like if you speak slowly to me, I probably will get what you're talking about, but I don't know how to reply.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what was the reason why your dad knew French?
My
French
dad.
colonialism, right?
Yeah.
Oh, French.
Yeah.
So it was a French.
It was,
colonialism.
but like my grandparents knew how to speak French. My granddad is Chinese, so like he was working for the British Embassy, so he was very open to the connection of like he always met people when he travels and things like that. So but he's always known how to speak French, same as my grandma on my dad's side, and then obviously my dad picked it up with his brother as well. And my dad's always been very good with languages. He always like whenever like something comes up on the TV of like German or Spanish, he'll be like, "Yeah, I know what he's talking about." I'm like,
What?
Yeah, but is he just saying that?
That's
"Yeah, he
to
probably
make
is.
himself look
He probably
like
is. He's gassing
a don.
himself up." Yeah.
It's like, man, I understood that.
Yeah.
I'm the man around here. I understand everything.
Nah, he's,
Yeah.
he's
Turkish
he's
comes
good.
on. I
Yeah,
don't know what they're talking about, man. Oh, again, yeah, I know,
exactly.
man.
Nah, he's good with language.
And so did you have growing up then like a massive Vietnamese community?
100%.
And like, are you one of the Catholic?
No, I'm
Vietnamese?
not actually, but I've been to that church. This I think it's the one near like Mile End or something like that.
There's one in like
There's
in
quite
East
a few,
London.
but there's a big one.
But
That's
yeah,
a big
there's
one.
like massive
Yeah.
communities.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
So you growing up, did you have a massive?
My family are Buddhist. We don't really practice it. I say my sister practices it more than all of us. But the thing about Buddhism is very much like a teaching. It's to be a good person,
It's just
to
an
be
ethos,
the best.
right? There's no
exactly.
there's no rules.
There's no rules.
It's not like commandments that you have to follow.
No, absolutely not. And yeah, it's I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm, like religious. But I respect respect everything that my family do and everything like that. But growing up, we had a massive Vietnamese community. Because I think when my mum and dad came over, they were like, I wouldn't say they're the first few people here. They were like, the first batch of people that came over within a 10-year gap.
I definitely find that in London. Definitely in London, like there's a massive Vietnamese community. Like
huge.
When I think of Asians in London, I think either Chinese or Vietnamese.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are Koreans and Japanese.
Yeah, but not as much. Not as much. Yeah, I think the Chinese obviously are number one, and then it comes to
kind of number one.
I think we're just
number one. Yeah.
I always feel like just Chinese is just number one everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think. I mean, even in Canada, there's a whole place that's just like. It looks Chinese as fuck.
Yeah.
It just looks Chinese.
It's towards if you go to the end of where the States is Seattle, and then you go up
where Vancouver is.
That is literally where all the Asians are. So yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was just my computer.
It's all good.
You tell me to silence my phone. That's having a moan at me.
That's not going to be in the recording. Nobody's going to hear that.
Well, we know now.
Nobody's going to hear that.
But anyway,
this Vietnamese community, bruv. So what did you guys do? Did you just get together and have like massive barbecues? And...
So no, never. But it's more like because my parents, like I told you before, they're musicians, so they had a band. So they used to perform a lot for like associations that people get together.
Don't mind him.
No, don't
Ignore
worry.
him.
They get together like a few hundred people. They do like a whole show. I don't know if you know like the traditional dress, the dance.
Yeah.
Ao Yai. It's called Ao Yai.
Ao Yai. Was it?
Because if you say it in the northern way, it's Ao Zai, innit? But I'm Ao Yai, innit? Ao Yai.
So okay.
North and South battles.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we used to get a lot.
That's fucking so cool.
Yeah.
So, because the way we met, connected with the Chinese community was always through Chinese school.
Yeah.
And I think my fiance, who's from North Vietnam, it was through like church, and then she'd go like Vietnamese school and church. Thank you. But it's cool that you can manage to connect with the Vietnamese community through actually the fact that your parents were musicians and you had like performances and and that's how you met other people.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
I need to
get rid of this.
I need to open this door, man. He keeps meowing. Hold on, keep going, guys.
To get out of here.
No, it's the community has always been very big, and it's obviously getting bigger and bigger by the day. And my parents know quite a lot of people, so they got along with all that kind of stuff. So they performed a lot. They did. They always went to people's houses to if people come over to our house. There's always people at our house. Small flat at the time, but everyone was there.
Big community,
big community, always eating, always drinking.
That's it.
Always
family,
the typical
everywhere all the time. Karaoke
is always on,
blasted on.
And I think that's why my Vietnamese is fluent, because of the people always being around. And obviously the karaoke helps.
So you went to karaoke to sing bare Vietnamese songs?
No. It wasn't that. It was karaoke at home. But there was a lot of people like coming over to like just chill with us, and we would always, when there's food, it's always Vietnamese people.
And then it's like, what do you do? What should we do? You just bang out the karaoke machine.
Bring out some spring rolls. Bring out the pho, and everyone's there.
Yeah, the bang one.
But yeah, the bang kong is always there, man.
Yeah,
always there.
Bún bò Huế,
Yeah, Bún thịt nướng. Yeah, bún thịt nướng.
Oh, mate, I'm really hungry for some Vietnamese.
Oh, mate,
I'm bare hungry.
But it just sounds like nice family get-togethers.
Absolutely, yeah.
So. And I think that's so important. Like growing up, especially when you're not the dominant culture,
Yeah.
To have that sort of community as you're growing up, so you don't feel so alienated.
I think we had a lot of support growing up as well, because there was already a Vietnamese community here before obviously my parents arrived. They've arrived here maybe 30 years ago. And at that point of time, like there was already a community here, like waiting for them when they came over. It was a little bit easier for us. My parents weren't refugees. They didn't have to go through, I know a lot of my friends who've gone through that. I don't know if your family was like that too, but so it is, like I have I've done a lot of charity work for like the whole refugee thing, and I'm happy to support no matter what. And when you hear it from my friends and like, you really do feel like, wow, their parents came all that way, and it's a massive struggle when they came over. My parents were a bit more fortunate because my granddad was part of the British Embassy as a photographer.
Okay.
So it was a little bit easier.
So you got the hookup.
Yeah, you can say that. You could say that.
That's it, man.
But it's cool. A little bit my life's a little bit different than a lot of Vietnamese people. I'd say, a lot of Vietnamese people got it.
Yeah.
Had it a tougher route to get across, but we've been quite fortunate. My parents have been quite fortunate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So did you find, obviously you had like a massive Vietnamese community growing up,
Yeah.
but obviously you went to English school, you were still part of English culture.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like those two lives were two separate things as a kid growing up, or did you think it was quite easy to talk about your culture in like English school and stuff?
It was quite tough, to be honest. Growing up, man, I used to get a lot of racism and things like that. And
Standard.
that is pretty
standard.
normal. And
Standard.
I got it all the way up till I was like 20, man. That's not even a joke.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, we'll still get the racist jokes today.
Yeah, but you there's a banter side of it. But then there's a side of it where you're like, I don't know who you are. What the hell did you just say to me? Like, there's some ignorance.
Don't even have that.
There's ignorance as well. I mean, and I get that some people have been living in a bubble for too long and they just don't realize what they're actually saying. But like, growing up, when I was a kid, I used to get it a lot, and I'm sure you guys know too. We got it so much. Some of the guys were like they lent into it in a good way. Like, remember first day of secondary school, and some guy came up to me, just randomly was like, "Oh man, it's Jet Li, man. What's he doing at my school?" But he did it in a bantery way, and then he's now one of my best friends. So like over time, it's just like But there are people out there. You're just like, oh, I can't believe what you're actually saying to me, but you don't go back, you don't go into, you don't retaliate.
I feel like the racism that happens to a lot of like East Asians, when we were younger, wasn't really looked at, like it wasn't like a bigger thing in it. Like, I think more of the focus was on a lot of what they were doing to the black people, really, and a lot more focus around that. But then I guess now it's everywhere, man. We're talking East Asians everywhere. So it's a good time.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. So let's not fuck up.
No.
Let's not fuck shit
They
up.
need us, man. They need us.
I think it's sometimes you gotta like be able to know where they're coming from, because obviously with your mate, the way he bantered you about it, I think he wasn't trying to be intentionally racist.
No, not at all.
He just needed some way to break the ice.
And he broke it well, man.
I've never seen an Asian guy before, so I have to find some commonality.
100%.
Which I don't know. Sometimes it can go the wrong way.
Do
you know what I mean?
It's because I might catch somebody in a bad mood.
Yeah, because you're just not used to it. You're like, what? You just think because I'm Asian, you think I look like Jet Li.
I'll take it as a compliment.
I took it as a compliment because of the way he said it, and it was nice the way he said it, because he wanted to be my friend. That's the thing as well. And it's the first day of school. You don't know a lot of people, especially in secondary school. You're moving to a completely different school. You're moving away from the whole teachers that they really do care about you. Secondary school teachers never cared about us. They just let us do what we wanted, really, or they just can't control us. Simple as that. Growing up, but
my school teachers did not give a damn about us.
Dam's got some crazy stories.
Legit, man.
Like lobbing chairs.
That's lab room. I feel you in that, because that's exactly like us as well.
We used to make teachers cry, man. I kind of felt sorry for them.
Supply teachers are the worst. We break them.
Wow. That's how it is. I did not do that stuff. That's these two here. These hoodlums.
Well, you went to a grammar school, innit?
That's why.
State school. Whole different ball game.
I mean, it's calm, man. Man, I took taste in it. I made it,
mate.
Yeah.
My
I got to fit the criteria for us lot.
My secondary school, my school year was like the best school year that they had ever done, and they were projecting us to have like such amazing grades, and we were like the shining hope of this school. And
you lot fucked up.
Well, we got the best results the school had ever seen.
Oh, see,
our
mine's
pass
opposite
rate
to him.
A to C,
33%. Oh. Mine's worse than yours, mate. I'm telling you that.
33%. That was the best the school had ever done.
Yeah.
Like the year before, they got like 10%
Yeah, that was
pass
us.
rate.
That was us.
A star to C.
Are you sure we didn't go to the same school?
Crazy. Maybe. It was bad, man.
Yeah, our school's like pretty rough.
So we've been going about 40 minutes on that.
Oh, nice.
That
whole Vietnam section. Have we got any more questions for Vin before we wrap up this little section?
I don't know. Well, I kind of wanted to go in more about like North and South banter.
Let's do
like
it.
Chinese people and Vietnamese people banter.
Let's do it.
Sounds good, man.
Because there's always that, you know.
Well, why is there beef?
I don't even know why there's beef, man. It's just I think as I've grown up like with both sides, there's you see a lot of like from both sides, and I have nothing against them or anything. Like my girlfriend's from North, I'm from South. You know, we're cool, man. Our family, like I get along with her family.
United Kingdom of Asians.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and obviously, like I'm sure you know about the whole Chinese thing as well. Like you know, I think we're in a day and age where
I think we love to rip on Vietnamese people as banter. Just to show so that we can have familiarity.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We can be so different being Vietnamese and Chinese.
Because
our languages don't cross.
No,
they're completely different.
But I think there's just like small differences between our cultures, right? Like we have spring rolls and then you guys have salmon rolls, and we'll be like, what is this? And then we'll be like, why do you use so much fish sauce kind of thing?
Man.
Why don't you use soy sauce?
Yeah, exactly.
Like those sort of...
It's banter, but at the end of the day, you know, we're all both. So we're both sides, Chinese and Vietnamese. So, you know, it's like...
For a long time, I didn't even know I was Vietnamese.
No way.
It was a confusing... I thought pho was like a Chinese thing because my dad always made it, and I thought I was Chinese.
Fair enough.
I just thought I was a Chinese.
Yeah.
But I realized that we are not proper Vietnamese at all. Even though we're the Vietnamese Chinese type Chinese.
Yep.
Like you guys have some real smelly, pungent food, which I'm sure probably tastes nice.
Yeah.
Probably tastes nice, but it makes fish sauce look like nothing. Right? What is purple shrimp paste?
That shrimp paste.
Mate, I don't even like the shrimp paste, and I hate the smell. But they use that shrimp paste to make bún bò Huế, man. So if you love bún bò Huế, it's in there. You probably just didn't realize you're eating it, man.
And that's what I'm saying.
But this is
pungent,
the thing.
But it's tasty.
Our flavors are so strong, right? But you only need it in small quantities to make the food banging. But obviously, when you get it in like a big bottle or whatever, it's gonna stink up.
Mate,
bears.
Pungent as hell.
I mean, I can't even be in the room, man. My mom, even okay, you guys are probably opposites of me. I don't know, but like when durian's in the room, I'm out. I'm out.
No, I hate that.
Durian smells mad.
Yeah.
I've had durian sweets, but I've never actually had durian.
Oh, you've never had durian?
No, I've never had durian.
It's Marmite. If you love it, you love it, you hate it.
I love it.
Do you?
I love eating it.
Oh, really?
I hate the smell. I can't stand the smell.
Okay. Oh, I can't
stand the smell, but I'll eat it.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm down, man, but I heard that's the thing. It has nice texture.
It's the silkiest.
Yeah, silky from what I remember.
Creamiest
I'm not
thing you will ever eat.
Man, I'm not a fan of it, man. I can't.
It just smells.
I can't be in the same room.
Smell.
Yeah.
It took me years. Because my mum loves it.
You've
and then
trained
I was
yourself.
And I was like, Mum, get that out of the room. Get that out of the room.
Put it in my stomach first and then get out of the room.
I don't want it.
But she made you try some.
But then one day, like I was like, why is there such a big commotion over it? Like everyone loves it.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you know what? I'll just give it a go. And then I was just like, just forget the smell. Just ate it. I ate it, and I was like, oh my.
Started tearing up. You know, that little one tear.
Like,
what have I been missing all
like
my
the glass
life?
shattered. It's like just like.
With a peg on his nose while he's eating it. You know?
Mate, it's so mad that they actually have signs in Asia to say, no durians in this building.
Oh, mate, yeah.
That's how bad the smell is.
You can't bring it on a plane, man. Can't bring it on a plane.
It smells like vomit mixed with like, I don't know, stinky feet, bruv.
Mate, it's pollution, mate.
No, I don't know what it is, man.
It's offensive, man. Yeah. It's offensive, that smell. It's just rude.
Yeah.
And then why don't they mix it in with like desserts and stuff, man?
This is what I don't understand. The only thing I like about it is the texture. So if you're getting it in sweets and stuff, the texture's gone, and I'm just like, now it's just nasty.
Durian sweets are disgusting, bro.
I wouldn't even try it.
It's like one of those ones where you're kind of like leaving your mouth.
hard ones. Oh, yeah.
And it just dissolves.
They're nasty.
Eventually. It's disgusting. It's hard.
Man, I can't.
I'm not down, man.
No,
I'm not down.
I bought these sweets ones from Vietnam, and they were proper nice, innit? But then, so I had some of those sweets, and then I bought another pack for my workmates. But I didn't realize that I bought the durian flavor one.
No, God.
So I bought that back. I gave it back. I was like, "This is very nice. Trust me, you're gonna love it."
Did you get fired?
They all ate it, and all their faces were just like, "What?" And I was just like, "What?
Get out!"
Oh man, this can't be right. What are you eating? And I looked at it. I was like, "Oh shit, it's durian flavored."
Man.
I was like, "I'm sorry, guys.
You fucked them all.
Yes, screwed them all over."
They just, like, didn't text you back that week. They're like, nah, "Fuck Lamb, he's not coming out to work during this."
That's it. Yeah, I didn't get any invites.
Any last comments on being Vietnamese? Vietnam #1.
Vietnam #1, man.
It's the best.
Yeah, man.
What about places to visit in Vietnam?
Places to visit. Oh, you're saying it to someone who hasn't actually. You're just bringing this up for me to say it, aren't you?
What?
Okay. I wasn't bring it up. I've never been to Vietnam, man.
The shame.
So,
The shame.
Don't worry, we can share in that
It's
shame.
all good. It's all good.
I've never been to China.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
it's
never been
fine.
to China
Yeah,
either.
man, get
Are
the
you guys
vibes
like
up.
mainland Chinese or are you like Hong Kong?
Yeah.
No,
Apparently,
my parents were born in Vietnam.
Okay. But like your blood. I mean, like,
I don't even know.
Okay. Okay.
Probably mainland. Definitely not Hong Kong.
Okay. And
Definitely
what
not
about
Hong Kong.
are you?
southern region of China.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
both Chinese.
yeah,
Like
they're
Chinese.
proper mainland.
Yeah.
But I don't really know the story too much.
Mhm.
I think what my cousin was telling me, apparently my family were like just gypsies.
Okay.
Because that's where, because we were talking about how we speak Ngai.
Yeah.
And then people who speak Ngai were often just like travelers around China.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know,
I
man.
think we were just gypsies and then we just settled in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
fair enough.
and maybe Ngai was the language.
Was the language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just popping. It was just hip, innit?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just hip.
It's
man.
like slang, innit?
Yeah.
It was the trendy.
Trendy. It was roadman language. Yeah.
So you've never been to Vietnam?
Nah,
Well, Lamb, you've been to Vietnam.
I've been to Vietnam.
Where's there to visit, Lamb? Tell us. Tell us two who've never been to Vietnam.
Where would you not go? So you can go to Hanoi.
Mm.
Yeah. What's
you
there?
can go to, that's like the capital.
And
North,
is it
north.
food or
Good
is it
food.
party?
Good food. We didn't really go party, but good food. And then we went to Sapa, which is like the most northern part of Vietnam.
Sapa.
That's like a villagey rice fields area.
Mm.
Oh, so you get to see the proper rice fields.
Yeah, that's it. Literally, you get to the station. It's an overnight thing, so you got to get the train to Hanoi. It's like 8 hours. But then you get there, and then you go to the little town, and then there's like loads of mountains,
Yeah.
and then you can like go up the mountains and then see all the like the rice fields and stuff.
Mm.
What about the police from Street Fighter?
The place from Street Fighter,
You know the stage in Street Fighter when they're in Vietnam?
Street Fighter 2,
Ha Long Bay.
Hello.
Ha Long Bay. Yeah,
Ha
that
Long
place. That place is amazing.
Yeah,
That's probably the best place.
Did you do the whole Street Fighter thing where you see the sun rising? innit?
I don't remember the stage you're talking about.
You
But I just
never played
remember-
the.
I probably played it, but
You
I just don't
remember that
remember.
bit,
I know which one you're talking about.
It's Ha Long Bay.
It's because I know the picture of what Halong Bay looks like, and then I remember it on the Street Fighter game.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. But we did a tour, so you get like you go on a cruise ship,
yeah.
and then they just sail around Ha Long Bay overnight, and then you have like a
Shit.
happy hour. And
From the
shit.
views when I see in the photos, it's like wow, like is that even real? I
Phenomenal,
think they
man.
filmed some like King Kong and
I
stuff
think so, yeah,
in
yeah.
Vietnam as well, so you can see all the mountains and the caves that they use, all Vietnam. Yeah, King Kong.
It
yeah.
is honestly
Vietnam's on the come up.
it
No,
is
it's
honestly one of the
where
nicest
tourists
places.
are going. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone's going
Vietnam's
there
on the
now.
come up, man, because it's still cheap.
It's cheap out there.
to eat there and
Yeah,
whatnot.
just
It's
get a plane in your area. Everyone's
it's expensive
cheap,
to fly,
man.
but
It's amazing
to
place
eat,
to
man.
party as well. I've
Lot of
heard
food,
amazing
cheap food,
place
stuff,
to relax.
Nice.
Bless, man, it's sick.
yeah, but don't ride a motorcycle out there unless you're like professional, because it's like side to side,
Yeah.
like mopeds.
You got to sign your life away as well. They give you like a thing to sign.
You
My
know-
friends went recently. They had to sign it.
Jesus.
You're basically signing your life away. That they're like, if you die, you die.
Yeah.
You know when you cross the road as well,
Yeah.
there's no like pedestrian crossings. Literally. So there'll be like a road and it's got like 8 motorcycles in a row, and then there's just like loads, right?
This is why we call Vietnamese people the jungle Asians.
You literally just gotta walk through them.
Yeah.
Fuck it
You
up.
literally just gotta walk
Yeah,
through them.
but they don't. Are they gonna pause for
They'll
you?
they'll drive around you.
They'll drive around
They'll
you.
just drive around you.
Yeah,
so
and
you
they-
just have to walk into the traffic. It's mental.
And they try and not, if they hit you, they will not stick around.
Yeah, they'll just fuck off.
Because they know that they could go into like huge amounts of trouble if they hit
Shit,
you. as
really?
Well. Yeah.
So they depart like the Red Sea when you just walk in there. That's pretty awesome.
Trust me, I was just waiting there for like 5 minutes, and I was just like,
You just got to go.
but after a week, I was just like, oh fuck it, just walked. You got to build that bravery. You got to build that bravery.
It's like doing a front flip for the first time.
Yeah. Oh,
Close your eyes and walk, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen that
And
scene
you'll
from
be fine.
Mulan?
Oh, yeah.
The grandmother with the little cricket. She
Yeah,
just
yeah.
crosses it. Like
Yeah.
that is
Oh.
you. That's gonna be you.
And then
man.
behind her, there's like this massive
Massive
chaos.
chaos.
Yeah.
She's like, I told you were lucky.
On that note, Vietnam's a beautiful place to visit, and if you want to cross the roads, just fucking do it.
Yeah, just do
Build
it.
up that bravery, just walk through.
Close your eyes, and if you do get hit, it's you're unlucky.
That's
You need to get a lucky cricket with you.
yeah.
What's going on, everybody? This is a fun little game section that we're going to do with Vin. And as you know, we've ripped this off because we are awesome Asians. And that's what we do. We make good copy. Okay, so we're gonna.
You can't even tell. You think it was the original?
Yeah, 100%. We are playing Confessions of a Bad Asian, but before we even start, now we're gonna utilize Vin here. He is a singer. Can you sing us? The Confessions.
No pressure.
Confessions Part 2. Is it Confessions Part 2 by Usher? These are my confessions. All right, so if you can sing a rendition of Confessions of a Bad Asian in that.
In that form.
Yeah, in that form. A man's not a singer. I don't really know, innit? You just fuck it up. Just fuck the shit up. Respect the mic.
Do some justice.
So you want me to do it in like the Usher way, yeah?
Bro, you do it however you like.
Okay.
Do it the Vin way.
This is
the Vin way. I like that.
The Vin way.
The VT way.
The VT way. That's
it's gonna be eternalized on YouTube.
All right. So what's the phrase? Is it Confessions of a Bad Asian?
That's it. Spot on.
All right. Let me do this. I can do this. Confessions of a Bad Asian.
Whoa!
Yeah,
bang.
Is that all right?
I felt the audience getting a boner right there.
Oh man,
and the nipples hardening right now.
Man.
So, as you may not know, or have you heard this game?
I haven't, man.
Okay, so you haven't heard the episodes that we played this
no.
game. So, Confessions of a Bad Asian is basically where you confess something that makes you a bad Asian.
As the title suggests.
Yes.
Okay.
Very, very simple. Very, very simple. So I'll give you an example. Something that is bad, that makes me a bad Asian, is that I don't speak my mother tongue.
Okay.
So Cantonese. So it's pretty shit. It makes me a bad Asian. But that also, that makes Lamb also a bad Asian.
Another example is, I'm terrible at maths. So most Asians are amazing at maths, but
yeah, you're fucking up the stereotype for us, Lamb.
Yeah. My maths is terrible.
Terrible fucking bad Asian. F. So, Vin, do you have a confession? I can't do it as good as you. I'm not going to try it.
So these are my confessions, right? Do you want me to sing it? Yeah. These are my confessions. No. So I don't know, man. I think, the problem is I have a maths degree. So,
so he's already
so he's right in the peg there.
I could play the piano. So like
these are all confessions that make you a good Asian.
Yeah, it makes me a good Asian.
We want to hear what makes you bad.
Makes me a bad. It's something that I've already said before is that I've never even visited my motherland. At the end of the day, I say that as because I think 99% of my friends have all been to Vietnam and they're Vietnamese, and people who aren't Vietnamese have been to Vietnam, and I think that's one thing.
You never know, man. You could flourish out there, bro.
There's always a bit of a shame when they ask you, you're Vietnamese. You ever been to Vietnam? And you're like,
yeah, that was the moment you're like, no. I just say it brave and like, no.
Yeah. What's worse is when they go, yeah, I was just there like last month. It was so beautiful. Oh, amazing.
Oh, I can't believe you haven't been.
I just standing there like,
fuck you.
I'm Vietnamese and I haven't been. So
Don't worry, man. That's just East Asians and our ability to, we're trying to recolonize other people's countries now, because we're growing in numbers. There's bears of us.
So many of us now, man.
That was a beautiful one. Do you have any others?
Do I have any others?
Do you have a second?
No, man.
Confession of a bad Asian.
I do a lot of things that Asians usually do in general, man.
Man.
Like I'm very polite too. Like when you come into someone's home, you just gotta take off their shoes instantly.
Very polite, very humble.
I think I'm quite a humble person. Like that typical stereotype of being, that Vietnamese Asian or anything like that. I'm quite typical, man. I love my karaoke. Everyone loves a bit of karaoke,
I love karaoke.
Love karaoke. I love music. I love piano. I love dancing, man. I sound Filipino right now, but like I sound very Filipino.
Shout out to the Phillies.
Shout out to the Phillies, man. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm quite a stereotype. I'd say like I'm quite like, okay. The only thing I probably don't do is like the whole martial arts scene. But back in the day, I did when I was younger.
Me and Lam got that.
You got that. Yeah, but I'm awful at it, man. I'm awful at it, man.
But you saying that though, you look like you could be a mix of Philly and Vietnamese.
I've been called Filipino before, but I've been called many other things that are not Asian.
Yeah.
I've been called like Kazakh.
Yeah. Lamb's had Bulgarian.
Okay. Oh, great. You just making it
worst one.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I think I was just proper pale that day. I think I was sick. I called Bulgarian. Wasn't the highlight.
But Kazakhstan, that's
they have like Asian, like there's some sort of Asian trait between them, and I've had like some guy come up to me in the short story in House of Phrases and started speaking to me in the Afghan language, and he just came up to me and I was like, what? And then he just kept speaking to me, and then he goes, oh, you're not Afghan? I'm like, nah, mate, I'm definitely not Afghan.
Mate, you are way off.
I think that was after my tan as well, because I
even-
tan like instantly as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I came back and I was quite dark, but I do not look. No,
I think what we need you to go and do is do a DNA test or 23andMe
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Ancestry.
Next time we get you on the show, we're gonna read out.
It's gonna come out 59% Afghan.
And we're gonna
that makes more sense. That would make a lot more sense to me, man.
We're gonna have the whole
guy was right.
conversation around that.
Yeah,
and
that
your
sounds
results.
good. I've actually wanted to do it, so I'm definitely gonna do it for sure.
Sick. So
Yeah.
we're waiting on that.
All right, cool.
And so that ends. One more time, Vin. Sing us out.
What am I singing? Am I singing the same thing again?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Or if you want to do a different version, we got different ones to play with.
Oh man.
This is me thinking here.
Oh man, I can't even know. Do the next one. Okay, so Confessions of a Bad Asian.
Yeah, man. Sing us out.
Confessions of a Bad Asian. No, I don't want to do that. I'll do it again, man. That was bad, man. That was
he's
awful.
going in for a second.
Nah, that was
Don't
a bad
worry,
one, man.
I'll
That
cut
was
it in the
awful.
edit. Don't worry.
I know, cheers. Confessions of a Bad Asian.
Ooh,
yeah.
I thought that was better. The other
Yes,
one was
that
a
was
bit
a lot
off.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the end note was good.
I like it. And that ends Confessions of a Bad Asian. So that's it, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. Whether you're watching us, if you are, thank you, because I put in a lot of hard work. If you're listening on Spotify, SoundCloud,
iTunes.
yeah, we're there, or Apple Podcasts, wherever they're
Apple
fucking calling it.
What the fuck is it called?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Apple
Podcast.
Music, isn't it? Oh, it's Apple Podcasts, isn't it?
think so.
Yeah,
Could
it's Apple
be.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
Now they're getting rid of iTunes, isn't it?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And it's really long in my life out. And I'm not even an iPhone user. Don't let me not get into it. But yes, if you are listening, if you are watching, screenshot it, please. Screenshot and share it on your socials, on your Instagram, on your Twitter. We don't care. Just plug it, man. Share us. We've had a beautiful conversation. We are out
That's
here plugging
Tag us in as well.
East Asians. Yeah. What's our tag?
Respect the mic.
Respect the
Pod.
mic pod. At Respect the mic pod. Sorry, I had
That's it.
a brain spasm there.
Respect the mic pod.
And you can find our guest. I'll thank you, Vin,
Oh,
for
man,
coming down
anytime.
today
Thank
as
you for
well.
having me,
Yes.
man.
Appreciate it.
You can find him on Instagram at Vin VINHAGRAM. Vinagram. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Vinagram.
vinegar.
Vinegar.
Yeah.
Sounds like vinegar.
Vinegar.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that. Vinegar.
Vinegar.
And
Instagram meets vinegar.
you
Yeah.
can find his singing, his dancing, and hopefully the flourishment of VT.
Yeah,
Vin
check him
Visual
out.
Tunnel.
Very talented guy.
Yes,
Thank you,
and
man.
you
Thanks,
can
guys.
find me on the gram, on Twitter at Michael H Truong, and you can find Lam.
Family.
Oh, why do you? You always start us on this side. Fucks it up every time.
Find me on Instagram at Hung Mike Lam. Find me on Twitter _Familam.
Yes, and if you want to send us any questions, and we can pose them to ourselves or our guest, you can hit us up on the YouTube, which is obviously Respect the Mic. Just type that in.
That's it.
You can type in our
Let us
name.
know what you guys want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Open to all topics, and then maybe that can start the conversation. Maybe we can start talking about it as well. Get us thinking about it, talking about it, discussing it.
Or email you at not at it's respectthemicrophone@gmail.com. You can even send in stuff there. We got the alerts on, man. We're watching you watching us / listening to
We're
us.
watching you like the US government.
And so that's it for this episode. Anything that you want us to plug for you?
No, I'm
You
good.
got going
man.
on?
No, I don't know. I think I've told you everything about my life, really. You know?
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, we can't be everything. 'Cause we gotta get you on
okay.
for another show.
Sorry.
And maybe we'll just do karaoke the entire episode.
Oh, that just sounds sick, man.
That would be a sick.
Has to be
karaoke
Chinese and Vietnamese
episode.
songs only, yeah?
Yo.
Chinese and Vietnamese songs
we'll
only.
frame some games around
Yeah,
karaoke,
man. I like
and we'll get the audience to hit us up and rate how shit me and Lam are compared to
Speak to yourself.
to Vin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Well, compared to Vin, well, yeah.
Oh, man, nah.
Lam
I'm sure
is
you guys are fine.
quietly confident.
When you compare me to Vin, obviously not.
No, I'm sure you guys are fine.
So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Fuck you, mother bitch. Goodbye.
Peace and love.